Have you ever wondered how Toyota consistently leads the pack in the automotive world? Year after year, they produce millions of cars and their reputation for reliability is legendary. Is it just luck, a fortunate accident, or is there something deeper, something almost philosophical at play? The truth is, Toyota's position at the top is no accident. It's engineered. It's the result of a meticulously built quality system, a masterclass in operational excellence that many competitors are still trying to figure out. For decades, car companies across the globe have studied Toyota, trying to decode and replicate their methods. But in reality, very few have ever achieved the same consistent level of quality and efficiency. We're about to break down the core pillars of Toyota's unmatched success: a revolutionary production system, a relentless drive for improvement, and a unique corporate culture that binds it all together. At the heart of Toyota's quality dominance is the Toyota Production System, or TPS. Now, this isn't just a manual or a set of tools, it's a complete manufacturing philosophy. It was designed from the ground up to eliminate waste, ensure consistency, and bake quality into every single step of the process. TPS was born out of necessity in post-war Japan, where resources were scarce and efficiency was the key to survival. Visionaries like Kiichiro Toyota and Taiichi Ono weren't just trying to build cars, they were trying to revolutionize how cars were built. To truly understand TPS, you need to grasp two key principles: just-in-time and Jidoka. Just-in-time, or JIT, sounds simple, but its perfect execution is incredibly complex. The principle is to make only what is needed, when it is needed, and in the exact amount required. Think about that. No massive warehouses filled with parts gathering dust. No overproduction that wastes resources and ties up capital in unsold vehicles. Instead, picture a seamless, coordinated dance where parts arrive on the assembly line at the precise moment they are required. This approach decimates waste, what Toyota calls muda, slashes costs, and allows Toyota to respond to customer demand with incredible speed. Then there's Jidoka, which can be translated as automation with a human touch. This is where the obsession with quality becomes tangible. Jidoka empowers any employee, and even the machinery itself, to halt the entire production line if a problem or defect is detected. Imagine that. In a fast-moving automotive plant, any worker can pull a cord, or a sensor can trigger a stop, until the issue is resolved at its source. This isn't about placing blame, it's about preventing a single error from compromising the quality of the final vehicle. Quality isn't just inspected at the end, it's built in from the very beginning. Together, JIT and Jidoka work to combat the three main enemies of efficiency: muda, waste; mura, unevenness; and muri, overburden. By relentlessly attacking these issues, TPS creates a lean, flexible, and high-quality manufacturing ecosystem. It's a system that has been studied and copied for decades, but its true power lies not just in its mechanics, but in the philosophy that drives it. If TPS is the skeleton of Toyota's quality, then Kaizen is its heartbeat. Kaizen is a Japanese term meaning change for the better, known more commonly as continuous improvement. At Toyota, this is not just a corporate buzzword used in presentations. It is a fundamental mindset embedded at every level of the organization, from the CEO down to the newest hire on the factory floor. Kaizen is the philosophy of pursuing perfection through small, incremental, and ongoing improvements. It's the core belief that no process is ever perfect. It can always be made better. The crucial part is this: the responsibility for improvement doesn't fall on a specialized R&D department. At Toyota, every single employee is not just encouraged, but expected to identify inefficiencies, propose solutions, and participate in implementing them. Imagine the collective power of hundreds of thousands of minds, all focused on refining their small part of the process every single day. The cumulative effect of these tiny adjustments over decades is monumental. Often, Kaizen isn't about massive, top-down capital investments. It's about simple, intelligent, low-cost solutions that come directly from the people doing the work. This could be as simple as reorganizing a workstation for better ergonomics, modifying a tool for greater precision, or refining a standard operating procedure. When a problem arises, it isn't seen as a failure to be hidden. It's viewed as a golden opportunity for improvement, a chance to learn and strengthen the entire system. This problems are treasures mindset is the essence of Kaizen. Standardization is also key. Once a better method is discovered and validated, it becomes the new standard procedure. This provides a stable baseline from which to launch the next wave of improvements, ensuring that gains are locked in and best practices are shared across the organization. This is often managed through the Plan, Do, Check, Act (PDCA) cycle, a systematic approach to implementing change. This Kaizen philosophy fosters a culture of learning and adaptation. It creates an environment where employees are engaged, their insights are valued, and they feel a true sense of ownership over the quality of their work. You can have the most brilliant systems in the world, like TPS and Kaizen, but without the right corporate culture to sustain them, they remain just concepts on paper. Toyota's enduring success is inextricably linked to its unique culture and its unwavering commitment to a long-term vision. At the heart of this culture is the principle of respect for people. This isn't just a pleasant-sounding slogan on a poster, it is a guiding principle reflected in how Toyota interacts with its employees, suppliers, and customers. Employees are considered the company's most valuable asset. They aren't cogs in a machine, they are thinking individuals who are trained, empowered, and trusted to uphold quality and drive improvement. This respect extends to suppliers who are treated as long-term partners, not adversaries in a bidding war. Toyota works closely with them, shares knowledge, and helps them develop their own quality processes, understanding that a great car is built from great parts. Another cornerstone of the culture is Genchi Genbutsu, which translates to go and see for yourself. This principle emphasizes the importance of understanding a situation by observing it firsthand at its source, rather than relying on reports or assumptions from an office. Managers are expected to be on the factory floor, the Gemba, observing processes, talking with frontline workers, and gaining a deep, practical understanding before making decisions. Tying this all together is an ironclad commitment to long-term thinking. Toyota has consistently prioritized sustainable growth and lasting quality over short-term profits and market trends. This long-range perspective allows for continuous investment in research, employee development, and the refinement of the Toyota production system. While other companies might face pressure from quarterly earnings reports to cut corners or delay investments, Toyota plays the long game. They understand that building an unshakable reputation for quality and reliability is the work of decades. If Toyota's system is so effective, why don't other companies simply replicate it and achieve the same results? Many have certainly tried. They've adopted lean manufacturing tools, sent executives to tour Toyota's plants, and studied the literature extensively. And while some have made improvements, very few have managed to recreate the depth and consistency of Toyota's quality. The reason is that Toyota's system is far more than the sum of its parts. Competitors can implement tools like Kanban boards or just-in-time inventory, but they often fail to adopt the underlying philosophy and deeply ingrained culture that make those tools effective. You can't just install Kaizen like software. It requires a complete cultural shift, one that fosters an environment where every employee feels empowered and responsible for improvement. That kind of culture takes years, if not decades, to cultivate. Furthermore, that core principle of respect for people is a massive differentiator. Empowering any worker to stop the entire production line, Jidoka, requires an incredible level of trust. Toyota's long-term vision and its collaborative partnerships with suppliers are also difficult to replicate for companies fixated on quarterly results and adversarial, low-bid supplier negotiations. Building those trusting co-development relationships takes time and a completely different business mindset. Toyota is famously open about its methods, even offering tours to competitors. They understand that their true secret is not a specific technique that can be stolen. It is the holistic integration of their production system, their improvement philosophy, and their unique culture, all working in harmony. It's a complex living ecosystem that has been cultivated over generations. Trying to transplant one piece of it without the supporting environment is like trying to grow a mighty oak tree from a single leaf. So, Toyota's unshakable position as a leader in automotive quality isn't magic, and it certainly isn't luck. It is the result of a disciplined, decades-long commitment to a masterfully designed production system. It's an unwavering belief in the power of continuous improvement driven by every employee, and it's all supported by a culture founded on respect and long-term thinking. Other automakers have certainly borrowed pages from the Toyota playbook, but the real genius lies in the seamless integration of every element and the total organizational commitment to the philosophy. It is this holistic, deeply embedded approach that makes Toyota's quality system so robust, so resilient, and so incredibly difficult for anyone else to truly replicate. What are your thoughts on Toyota's approach to quality? Are there other companies in any industry that you believe have a similarly powerful system? And if you found this deep dive into Toyota's world valuable, I'd appreciate it if you'd share it with a friend or colleague. Be sure to follow or subscribe on your favorite podcast app so you don't miss our next exploration into what makes the world's most successful companies tick. Thanks for listening.